Okay, another dumb thing in youth sports photography. We'll call this dumb thing number 3. Okay, and I've seen this, owning a lab, I see the result of this quite often. People send me jobs and they're totally screwed up. And a lot of times it's, it's funny. It's almost, there's a direct relationship between the cost of the camera and the quality of the photos. And it's not what you think, okay? The more money they spend on the camera, the worse the photos are. I think that's actually, I know 20 guys that are in this business that wouldn't disagree with that rule, okay? That guys with $3,000 cameras that they hire screw up the shoots, and guys with $200 cameras that they hire pay attention, have the settings right, and take good photos, okay? These are not complicated pictures, okay? And you don't have to have a degree in photography or be Madonna's personal ex-photographer or have shot for Sports Illustrated, although it sounds great in your marketing. You don't have to be that great to take these pictures. They're, pat on the shoulder, hand on the hip, smile. We got the trees and the sky in the background. Expose the picture right. I'm sorry, that's not an amazing amount of talent to be able to do that. I apologize if you're offended, okay? However, again, my world is this, Parks and Recs, YMCAs, and all of that. And so these highly trained photographers, hey, some of them do a good job, but some of them overcomplicate the photography, and that's the dumbest thing, okay? I have seen people take hair lights out on shoots and blast off the top of kids' heads. What did you do? What did you do to your pictures? Well, I thought it would be a good idea to have a hair light out there to give them like a little, it was a great idea. You literally blasted off the top of their heads, okay? You're gonna have to reshoot the whole job. Why did you take a hair light out to a Little League shoot, okay? I've seen it. Why? Okay, because you had one. So here's my advice. If you have a hair light, it'll look great to the, to the people. Take it out to the shoot. Put it behind the kids. Put up some umbrellas, okay? But don't turn any of it on, okay? The people at the shoot will think, wow, this person knows what they're doing. They had hair lights. They, have some big lens out there, Do all of it, just don't use it, okay? Use a simple, camera that you know how to set with a good flash, okay? Get the kids to smile. Make sure that, I've got videos on photography. Let's just say, take a good picture. How about that, okay? Baffle them with BS, okay? But only you and I will know it's BS. So how complicated can you make a youth sports shoot, okay? Well, I've seen it made complicated, guys that I've hired and gals, when I go to the shoots and I'm like, why are you doing this and why are you doing that? But there is nothing that I've ever seen that compares to the video that's on the PPA website, okay? And this video is by a gentleman who used to work for Sports Illustrated, which sounds good, but has nothing to do with the youth sports photography business. National Geographic, Sports Illustrated, Madonna's personal photographer, those are all talents, okay? Please, no disrespect to Sports Illustrated photographers. I'm sure that's an amazing talent. National Geographic, okay, all right, you can fly a plane and hold a camera at the same time. I can't do any of that. I would never get hired by Sports Illustrated, okay? But my point is, all of those accolades, okay, you could have said brain surgeon. It applies just as much, okay? Because it doesn't have anything to do with our business. But the PPA, no disrespect to the PPA, looked at this individual's credentials and they said, oh, Sports Illustrated photographer. We are an association of photographers. Photographers will go, wow, Sports Illustrated photographer. So we'll have this guy make a video on how to take pictures of Little Leagues, okay? Because he really knows what he's doing, okay? So he makes a video, and in the video, I think the title is something like, there's a couple videos. One is like, how to shoot 300 kids with one photographer and 11 assistants. Did you hear me? One photographer and 11 assistants, okay? That's a rock star, okay? That individual with his Sports Illustrated credential has built a business out of making himself a rock star, okay? It's one guy with a camera and 11 backup singers, okay? He sets up 5 monolights. I don't really know what a monolight is, but that's what he called them. All these lights, okay? They're all slaved, I know what that means, to one camera. And his assistants are posing, and this guy is doing the electric slide down a row of kids because nobody else except him is confident enough to hold and press the button on that camera. Okay, and here's the thing. I have never in my life, I'm not an accomplished photographer. I have never taken that picture like this, okay? With the big lens. Oh, yeah. This is me with the brownie, okay? I've never taken that picture. Because I'm in the youth sports photography business, I'm taking pictures of little kids at the park. I am not setting up monolights, 20 monolights going off at once, all slaved to my one camera, and have 11 backup singers, assistants, sorry, posing kids for me, okay? If you give me a 300 kid soccer league to shoot, I'm gonna send 2 photographers and an assistant, and they're gonna do a damn good job at it, okay? They're gonna take pictures under a canopy, they're gonna do fine, okay? Okay, and the other shoot, the other part of the video, it's doing a little kid's soccer league. And to be fair, the monolight shoot is a high school, high school football team, but anyway. The other shoot that they did is a soccer league in Texas, and I believe it's a league that I did for a few years, okay, with one of my distributors. Quite a few years, and I remember the league. It's a big league, and you're out in Texas in the middle of these fields, and it gets windy. So in the shoot, he has rented these steel, I think they're steel, and I call them aircraft hangars, because they look like aircraft hangars. You could probably put a small plane in them. He's got like 2 or 3 of them going, and he's allowed other people to shoot too. And he tells you about how they're good up to 40 miles an hour or something like that. So I guess you rent these things. I can't imagine how long they take to assemble. So you get there at 2 in the morning to assemble them, and you rent them, and they're good up to 40 miles an hour. And I'm sitting here thinking, what happens when it's 41 miles an hour? Does that thing kill a bunch of people when it flies over? Do I call the league and I say, I need a wind gauge out here? Okay, because as soon as 41 miles an hour, everybody needs to run, okay? Okay, we use shade canopies. We pay $100 for them. Same effect. If it's too windy, I've taken pictures in the wind, okay? The girl's hair's flying and everything like that, so you have a retake day. I understand, okay? But I'm not in a business where I can have different shoots on the weekend going, and it's like, you take this aircraft hangar and you take this aircraft hangar, you guys set that up. That stuff, that video is a monument to the man that made it, and that's all it is. And yet people that are professional photographers watch that video and go, wow, this is the way to do the youth sports photography market. So I will talk to people that have been influenced by those videos, and they think I'm crazy, okay? Because I'm like, look, shade canopy, $100. Good camera, good lens, about $500. Backup camera, 3 people to do the shoot. Does the average sale go up because you brought out aircraft hanger? Does it go up? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think it does. But again, I'm open-minded. Okay, so again, all this stuff, tell me, how do you make more money and scale up a business doing it? It looks good. It's amazing what this individual did in these videos. It's amazing, and it looks great, okay? Props to the guy. He's talented. He's used to work for Sports Illustrated. That is really an accomplishment. But why I'm in this video talking to you about it is, please don't think that you need to be that to do this business successfully, because you don't, okay? It's misleading. It's the only video on youth sports, team and individual photography on a PPA website. If you think you need to do that to be in this business, you are wrong, okay? So again, no offense to that gentleman. He's a highly accomplished guy, You know, I admire anybody that is at the top of their field, and he certainly is. But that technology and all of that stuff does not apply to anybody that wants to do this business and make money. It doesn't increase the sales, I don't believe. Open-minded, email me if I'm wrong. And the tagline, do more and charge more. Give them more. I'd rather give them, instead of aircraft hangers, a free 8x10 and a free button, okay? I don't put a lot of value in that other kind of stuff. But that's me. No offense to anybody. I'm just telling you, if you're going to get into this business, please, okay, don't think that you need to, that it's that complicated. To be fair, okay, I've talked about this video and overcomplicating it, and I'm going to add one thing to that. Another thing that I've seen over the years is people that they invest in things like trailers and generators and you know, overhead lights and that kind of stuff. And I guess the one problem I have with all of it, and again, if that's how you want to run your business and you have the money to do all of that, go ahead and do it. I mean, I don't mean to say that it's stupid to do it. I'm just saying that you don't need to do it to have a successful youth sports photography business. But if you enjoy it and you enjoy, you know, if you have a lot of extra money and you want to buy trailers and put wraps of kids' pictures on the trailers and have generators and lights and all this kind of stuff, go ahead and do it. But you're adding, and again, this is a lot of the things I talk about, layers of complexity, okay? And I still, even though you need a lot of skill to do that, I still see a lot that can go wrong, okay? And instead of improving memories, you destroy memories, okay? So whatever you do, besides just me venting about, you know, how much it all costs and how overblown it is, also think about how much more complicated you're making it. And anytime you make something more complicated, you add in layers of complexity and there's more things and more variables to go wrong. So you might end up with the opposite result of what you're trying to do, which is create good photos, okay? So the other side to the coin here is all of that stuff doesn't necessarily create good photos, okay? So that's dumb thing number 3, making it more complicated than it needs to be. The old acronym, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, okay? It really hit home because I am too stupid to not keep it simple. And that's dumb thing number 3 in youth sports photography.